Alright, now we're going to start off again.
Yeah, I'll let you go first.
Our first is Dragon Fodder, which we already talked about. 2-drop to put 2/1/1 goblins. If you're making a goblin deck, that's a good card to start off with.
Yeah. Then we've got Territorial Rock.
Another good early defender, a 2-drop for a 1/3 flying, like that elemental. So for flying, it is a good easy start card.
This is a little bumpy.
You bumped in the camera.
Yeah, I'm bumping the camera.
Alright. Another card I really like, Glaring Aegis. So this guy is a 1 white. You enchant a creature, and that enchanted creature gets 1/1/3. However, when it enters the battlefield, you tap a creature your opponent's control. So it's an early little like 1-drop. Okay, I tap that creature you have over there.
Knight of Mirrors.
Basically.
Yeah. And then we got a Mind Rot, which we already covered.
Which we already talked. 3-drop. If you're trying to get rid of cards, that's a good way to get rid of cards.
Right.
I got our first counterspell.
Nice. What is it?
Contradict.
Contradict.
Contradict. There's the word. It's a 5-drop, so it is an expensive counterspell, but it does counter the spell as well as you draw a card. But still, it's still expensive for me. So in drafts and stuff, it would be okay. But if you're in actual decks, it's too late for a good counterspell to play off.
Right. That makes sense. Oh, yes. Oh, this card. Kindled Fury.
Kindled Fury. It's a 1-drop instant. Target creature gets +1/+0 and just gains first strike. So it's 1 drop to give first strike and an extra power.
That's not too bad.
No.
I guess it depends on the situation at hand. I suppose if you're trying to block something and you don't want to risk getting your creature killed, that's good
if your person blocks with a death touch.
Oh, well, yeah, that was the other thing that I was going to say, the death touch.
Give that to death touch.
Yep.
The person's screwed. I got Pinion's Feast. Another bolster card. So this guy's a 5-drop. Destroy target creature with flying. Bolster 2. So, that's a nice dragon you have there. I'm going to eat it and bolster 2.
I remember that I think I put that in one of my drafts. It's because somebody pulled a flyer and I was waiting for it to come up for so long and it never came up. Of course, when you only have one of a kind in there, you can't rely on that. Aven Tactician.
Another card, again, good for drafts. It is a 5-drop, 2/3, the bolster 1. So in an actual deck, I wouldn't recommend this card, but if you have extra room in the deck, maybe to put it in, because if you were trying to look for bolstering cards, or just trying to make a bird soldier deck.
It's the mana cost that's...
It's the mana cost. If it was a 4-drop, I would recommend it a little more than what it is right now, but being a 5-drop, it is not what I need in the deck. I got a fun card. I got Reduced to Stature. So in this case, it's a 3-drop to turn your creature into a 0/2. Oh, that's a nice 5/5 you have there. I'm going to turn into a 0/2.
Yeah, great.
Proof.
So a little bit of a polymorph kind of...
Kind of a polymorph, but the creature still has all its abilities, if it's mana abilities. Because creature's power is 0/2.
Yeah, it doesn't remove all of its spells, but I think there is another card that does that. House Familiar.
The Familiar. A good early game card. Why? Because if it dies, you draw a card. So it adds a little bit of like, does your opponent want to kill it? Plus it's a 1/1 that's with flying. So your opponent's going to be thinking like, do I want to kill it now? So he draws a card, or do I not? So if you have room in a Sultai or a Silumgar deck, it is a good card to put in there.
Yeah.
Or any blue deck.
I think there was a card back in Return to Ravnica that was like that. When it dies, draw a card, and it was actually worth something. But I don't know much more about that actually.
My card, funny thing is, basically like that, Pinion's Feast is Enduring Victory. Now this card saved my butt a lot of time. Yes, it's a 5-drop, but destroy target attacking or blocking creature, bolster 1. So in a bolster deck, that could really work. Let's say the guy's attacking with a 6/6 dragon. You can't block it, but you can still kill it with Enduring Victory. And then you bolster one of your creatures.
Yeah, so that's worth it. Ooh, that is creepy. Let's see, Conifer Strider? Is that
Conifer Strider.
Hexproof 5/1.
It's a 4-drop 5/1, so it is good for the mana cost. However, it's only a 1, but it does have hexproof.
But it has hexproof, so it can't get burned down by any simple spell.
So the only thing that could really get rid of it are global spells.
What is it?
Global spells, it hits everything.
Right, because hexproof can't block that, because it's not targeting it.
No, it's not targeting.
Yeah, so Overdrive? Is it Overdrive?
Basically, no, Overload.
Overload, that's it.
Going back to that Fohager Regent, we have Epic Confrontation. Target creature you control gets +1 power and 2 defense and fights something. So basically you are now punching a thing in the neck. Fun fact is, that's the same guy who punches the bear in Savage Beating, or Savage Punching.
Savage Punch, yeah.
Savage Punch.
That was the card that saved me during during a draft. Actually, I remember that.
That was fun.
Here's another card that actually was fun to use in a draft that we recently
Shape
did.
the Stands, and a good dragon defending deck.
Absolutely.
Or just to defend against thing, because it's one drop to get 0/5 and reach. So you can block any dragon with that card.
Yep.
My card, again, another one that was in Contra Tarkir, Tormenting Voice. As you can see, we have, it's a 2-drop, as an additional cost, you have this card, and then you draw 2 cards. And in the photo, of course, you see Ugin with Nicol Bolas behind him.
Cool. There is Nicol Bolas.
Yeah,
I see him now. Yeah, and in the, I think in Cons of Tarkir, it was Sark that was on the arc.
Yeah, it was Sarkin, or it's probably someone else we don't know. But
yeah. Oh, it looks like him.
Oh
God. How to pronounce this one?
Ojutai summons.
Ojutai summons.
And that brings in our little guys. Woo!
That brings in the monks.
So that brings in, puts a 2/2 Jin monk creature with flying onto the battlefield. She responds these guys. It is 5-drop, put a 2/2 with flying, so it is a hail, but it does give rebound. So basically, you're getting 2/2 flyings, which can be good for blocking.
Yep.
And then for me, I got the Keeper of the Lens. The first time I saw this card, I thought it was just an artifact, but it's actually an artifact creature. It's a 1-drop, 1/2, and you can look at a face-down creature you don't control, because in Contra Tarkir, they added Morph, which was again back a few sets ago, where you can play a card for 3 mana, face down, and then you can bring it up any time. They also added in Contra Tarkir, they added or Favorite Forge, they added Manifest, which takes the top card of your library and you turn it into a 2/2 like Morph. But you can only flip it if it's a creature. You can either use its morph cost or its creature mana cost.
Yeah. So if it's a spell that's not a creature, then you can't flip it.
If it's like a land or a sorcery or an instant, you can't flip it over. It's still 2/2 though.
But so the good thing about this is that you
can actually see what it is.
Yeah. So no mysteries when you got this guy on the field. Oh yes, we already talked about this guy.
A guy that
Ancestral
again.
statue. Yeah.
Beautiful artwork. I'm not using it though.
Yeah.
I got the Reckless Imp. Again, we're back with Dash. We're back with the Dash. It's a 3-drop flying, but it can't block. So using the Dash with this guy is pretty going to be used a lot. For 2 mana to dash him, I would be using that a lot.
Yeah, me too. And speaking of Dash, there's another Warbrute.
Spiriting Warbrute.
Yep.
Again, Dash. So right now we're into Dash.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going into the uncommons.
Yeah.
I got one of my favorite uncommons.
The Cobra.
The Ikud Cobra. He's a 2/5 death touch for 4, so I just like the fact that he's a 2/5 for 4-drop, but he also has death touch involved.
Good defender, very good defender,
mm-hmm.
and very annoying, and especially in drafts, as we both know. Virulent Plague.
No, Virulent Plague, personally for me...
Ooh, token destroyer right there.
It's a token destroyer, but manifest and morph creatures are not tokens. At first, that's what I thought would kill all the manifest things, but they're not tokens.
They're not tokens.
So they would kill the Jin monks and all that, but they won't kill anything, like kill manifest and creatures.
So yeah, for manifest or morph, you're fine there, but like a warrior deck maybe?
Warriors, zombies.
Yeah.
It's scary against that. There was a card like that in Gate Crash where it gave all tokens -1/-1. So if you're playing old school and stuff, Illness in the Ranks.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, look, another Dash. This is a good Dash card. If you're thinking, making Dash deck, you got Lightning Berserker. It's a 1-drop with Fire Breathing, so he gets 1/0 on turn, but you can always dash him in. So I would always use this guy for Dash, personally, just so you can... First turn, you play him, you dash, you hit him for 1. Comes back to your hand. Turn 2, you play him from Dash, and you attack for 2, so that's already 3 damage by turn 2.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
Boom, boom.
That's pretty much it. And speaking of which, there's one for me.
There's one for you, one for me, one for you.
Excellent.
I also have a self-inflicted wound. Target opponent sacrifices a green or white creature, so this is a sideboard card because if the player's not playing red or white or green, I wouldn't be using that. But if let's say he was, I'd have this in my sideboard first instead of having it be in my hand. And if that player does, he or she loses 2 life. So for 2-drop to destroy something and then give you make them lose life, it's a good card to have in there. But again, sideboard card.
Sideboard, yeah, because not everybody that you face is going to have a green or white creature in there. So yeah, I got a Tapestry.
Ah, the Tapestry of the Ages. So it is a straw card, but you can only activate it if you cast a non-creature spell. So you gotta make sure you cast a non-creature spell. Instant sorcery, enchantment.
Just Skyway.
Just Sky, basically, before being able to do that. Now, my rare is an interesting rare.
What kind of interesting?
It is a 6-drop sorcery. Oh, no, 6-drop instant. It is Dragon Lord's Pronogative. So it's a 6-drop, I'm getting 2 white instant. As you cost it, you may reveal a dragon from your hand. If you reveal a dragon, or you control a dragon, he can't be countered, and you draw 4 cards. So it's like Jace's Intrigued, I think that's the name, where it's 5 drop to draw 3 cards. This just adds 1 more, but if you have a dragon on the field, it can't be countered. So your buddy can go, oh, I countered it with Silumgar's Scorn.
Not that you would want to counter 4 cards, but I suppose
You would want to, because it's an instant.
Yeah, so, I mean, and it's a high mana costing card.
It is a high mana costing card, but it's still good.
Yeah. Let's see. We were just talking about this because we didn't know what the zombie token did, so there it is, right
Corpse
there.
Wolf. Oh, there are those. That second pack.
Yeah, so we already talked about this.
So he is a 3-drop. You may pay 2, a 3-drop enchantment. You pay 2, exile 1 or more creature cards from your graveyard, and then you put a XX zombie horror creature token, where X is twice the number of cards exiled this way.
Yeah.
So you have to basically exile all the creature cards from your graveyard. Then you get that times 2 horror token on the field.
Yeah, I don't see the tokens on this.
No, the tokens I don't think are shown in the book.
Unfortunately, but the zombie token for that does look kind of nasty.
I think I have one.
Then I got
A morph and a island.
I got a morph and an island.
All right. This time I'm gonna pull open a Nar set.
All right, I'll open start. All right. Oh, good. It's a nice one to start with because I was quite familiar with this one. This one's a fun one in drafts, in my opinion.
Colon's Asperton.
Yes.
Easy 2/1 for a 2-drop, and whenever it blocks, he deals 1 damage to that creature. So it's like the Vigilante back in Innistrad. It's 1-drop, 1/1 that does that ability basically. I forget the name of it, but it was back in Innistrad.
Yeah, I missed out on Innistrad, so I'm not too sure. No.
Everyone remembers this card? Dragon Fodder or Goblins.
Is that the third one that we pulled?
Yep,
so
it's
far, I think?
third.
Yeah.
You got a lot of goblins over here.
Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you start getting into the common.
Oh, fancy that. Goblin.
happens to have a goblin in there. And I look at my token, but I'm not going to do that just yet. Dramatic Doomcaster.
A good little easy 1-drop early game to tap another creature that doesn't have flying. So it is a control card.
Yeah.
That is a heavy control card.
And considering that I believe there would be more ground creatures than flyers, then that could be useful.
Yeah.
Especially early game.
Again, another card that I opened already, a Mind Rot.
I think that's our third one too.
That's our third one as well as that.
Yeah.
Just 3-drop to draw to discard 2 cards.
Yeah. Dutiful Attendant. I believe there was another. Was this one also in Khans of Tarkir?
Nope.
No, that was something else.
No, that was something else.
Because it's sort of looking at the artwork, it kind of reminds me.
It does look like something, but yeah, Dutiful Attendant, 3-drop, 1/2, and whenever he dies, you return another creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So make sure he dies. Play him and then make him die.
Yeah.
If you have creatures in your graveyard, don't let him do it straight away.
Sacrifice.
Again,
Sacrifice.
exploit that card.
That card would be good.
That's why it has this Silumgar mark there.
Yeah.
Again, Haven Tactician, a card I won't personally use, but
Yeah.
in drafts I could possibly use it.
Yeah. I mentioned that. Sandstep Scavenger. I think I used it. Did I use this? Yes, I did actually.
It is another expensive card, 5-drop, but you do bolster 2, so I would actually prefer this guy over this guy because he bolsters 2 instead of bolster 1. But that's just me personally. But yeah, he's a 5-drop, 2/2, bolster 2. Easy peasy, potsy peasy.
Yeah. Easily makes one of your weak ones.
Another
more
card I
stronger.
pulled, Magmatic Chasm. Magmatic Chasm, creature without flying can block for 2.
Yep. And yep. How many times have I seen this card with different artworks?
Negate.
Actually, you know what? That's the first different artwork that I've seen of Negate. The other one that I saw was that that ring one, right?
Return around, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Negate's been around for a while. It is an easy spell, or easy counter spell to counter target non-creature spells, so enchantments, instant sorceries. Heck, you can negate it, you can negate if you wanted to. And you know what? I'll negate your negate with a contradict, and I'll draw a card.
Okay. Butcher's Glee.
Yes.
Butcher's Glee.
A Butcher's Glee. Good card in any deck I like because it gives you lifelink, 2, it gives you 3/0, plus you regenerate it. So for 3 mana, it gives you 3 good things I like. So it gives your creature a bit of power, it gives you some life, and you can regenerate so you keep your creature. And for that, I'll put down a Glade Watcher, because everyone loves Glade Watcher, being a 2-drop 3/3.
As I look at this card, I'm just gonna say, does any of your creatures want a cup of tea?
I don't want a cup of tea.
Yeah, okay.
No, he's not going to
This
have
is, it's sort of a little inside joke that I think Ian started when we used
I
pacifism.
I started it.
Was you? It
Yeah,
was
I
you.
started. It's a 2-drop pacifism. Target creature can't attack or block. So he's still in the game. However, he's just sitting on the sidelines having a cup of tea until you kill the enchantment or throwing the cup of tea a couple bit.
Now, the thing with pacifism is it just can't attack, can't block, but it doesn't say anything about its activated abilities.
The activated abilities could still go off. But
Yep.
again, if it's like this guy, that guy can't do anything. Oh yeah, I pay 1 to make him attack, but he can't attack or block.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That would be a good counter right there.
Because the defender won't work.
Yeah.
Again, another card I pulled. Spider Silk Net.
Yeah.
A 0-drop artifact, which is kind of good against dragons.
This one's a pretty card, both artwork and usage, I think. Glint.
Glint. Basically,
Look at all
like
those jewels.
almost like Butcher's Glee. This one is a 2-drop that gives your creature more defense and is also hexproof. So for 2, it gives
Just
you 2
until
good
end of
things.
turn. But,
Oh, just till end of turn, like Butcher's Glee.
but it
still.
could be worth it still.
So giving your creature hexproof, so it can't be targeted by anything, as well as more defense.
Now, if somebody were to target your creature with an instant,
Yep.
could you, in response,
Yep.
cast Glint to stop that?
It fizzles his spell.
Yeah. So that's good. Yeah.
I got a good card, Twin Bolt. So for 2 mana, you get to do 2 damage divided to 1 or 2 creatures you want, or players. So I could say I do 1 damage to you, and I do 1 damage to you.
Yeah. So I guess it's situational, but it works either way. If you want to kill 1 creature with 2 toughness, or 2 creatures each with 1 toughness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shoot you, and I shoot you.
Guardian Shield Bearer.
Guardian Shield Bearer, 2-drop, 2/1 with Megamorph. So again, new thing,
Megamorph.
we haven't talked about Megamorph.
Yeah.
So we have Morph, where you pay 3, and then you pay another Morph. You pay its Morph cost to bring it back over. However, with this guy, so yeah, here's
That's
a little
your
Morph. Here's a Morph. So let's say this guy's Morph. So he pays 3 mana. He's now Morph, which is a 2/2, and then he could pay the Megamorph cost, which is right there, which is 4 mana. So it's a little more than his initial cost, and then if he flips over into that creature, he gets a 1 counter, and then his ability goes off, where he gives another creature a 1 counter.
Yep.
So he is a little fun.
So it's
little guy
more
to
than
have.
just a morph. It's a Megamorph.
It's a Boydamorph.
So that means it does something.
Unfortunately,
does
all
something a little
Megamorph
better.
cards only have 1/1 counter added to it. There's none that gives it 2 1/1 counters or anything.
Yeah. It's the only other thing with that.
Yeah. Well,
In any case.
another card I got, we already pulled, is a Taigam Strike. Again, rebound with the target creature gets 2/0 and can't be blocked.
So, this is another Megamorph. So,
I paid 6.
turn
Is
the
it
base.
6? No, it's 3. So this card is a 4-drop 5/1, but with
Fleet.
Megamorph. So you pay 3 to put him down, then you pay 3 later, you flip him up, and he deals 1 damage. But he is a 5/1, so he's alright. However, he does have that 1. He doesn't have hexproof, so a Twin Bolt would easily kill that.
Mm-hmm.
Even with Megamorph, it's only go up to just be a 6/2 with Megamorph.
Which is a real shame, because it does have quite a high attack
Yeah.
power.
I have Silumgar's Butcher. So we have a 5-drop for a 3/3 with Exploit. And when you exploit, target creature gets -3/-3 till end of turn. So that's dead.
I just wanted to take a look at something. Oh, I see. Okay. Because I recognize the name of that. I just was wondering if it was something else.
Silumgar's Butcher.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a good 5-drop for a 3/3. If you're making an exploit deck and you need more exploit cards, he's cool. I like him a lot. But other than that, I wouldn't put him in a deck I have right at the moment.
Yeah, now we're going to move on from commons to uncommons. Starting with Sarkon's
The
Trident.
ultimate dragon card you need in a deck. Well, you don't really need, but I would
It's
recommend
good
it.
for a dragon deck, absolutely.
Because
I do
it's-
have a dragon deck
It's
personally.
basically
but-
it's an instant diabotic tutor where you can search your library for a card. This one can search for a dragon. So if a crap ton of mana and you want to just throw away, you pay 3 mana, then you just grab a dragon from your hand and you play the dragon. You can grab a Dragon Lord of Tarka.
I'm considering putting that in my dragon deck. I just don't want too many
Yep.
of
I have-
Tarkirs in my dragon deck, but it's modernized anyway, so it
Yeah.
probably doesn't matter in any case. So maybe.
I have another artifact. The Gate Smasher. A 3-drop, 3 equipped. He can only be attached with creatures toughness 4, so all your walls.
Well, it's a big.
A big creature. And then he gets 3/0 and has trample. So you put that in your Glade Watcher. Really want to do anything unless you give the Glade Watcher 1 more power or 1 more toughness. I mean, so you bolster him. Let's just say. Then you put that on. Now he's a 6. No, he'll be then a 7/4 trample. Or you can put that on Dragon. Dragons are always fun too.
Yep. I'm liking some of the artworks on this one. So we got more. Sight of the Scale Lord.
Oh,
What's an enchantment? At the
it's an
beginning of-
enchantment.
What does that do?
Beginning of your combat, beginning of combat on your turn, so beginning of your combat, creatures you control of toughness 4 or greater get 2/2 and vigilance. So all your dragons and all your walls and all that stuff, all that stuff get bigger. And the creature wearing this gets bigger.
That could be nasty.
I have Explosive Vegetation. So 4-drop to search your library for 2 land cards and put them on the battlefield, or 2 basic land cards. So you're running a little bit low on mana. He's good to just pop all the mana out.
Not good for on the spot because they enter tapped. But if you're patient with one more turn, still useful. And we got Silk Wrap.
Silk Wrap, a good control card for 2 mana. It's not like Oblivion Ring. This one's like it, but you can only do creature with power with converted mana cost 3 or less. So yeah, I could take a wall out or one of those like hoarding or what was that? One smeltering dragon, the 1-drop dragon. But other than that, it can't really do anything else. And the creature comes back as soon as he comes back.
Oh my god! I just realized something. World Fire.
Poof.
Yeah, everything goes.
You have your creature.
And you just left with the creature. Next turn, you attack, person's dead, right?
World Fire. If you want to play a World Fire like that, you can.
See, the thing with Exile until this certain thing leaves the battlefield, if you have a World Fire which pretty much wipes everything clean, so it would wipe this enchantment clean, and creature would come back. It doesn't get destroyed because it was in Exile when the spell was cast. So you've got a creature, your opponent's at only 1 health, no mana, no creatures. All you have to do is just wait for your next turn and attack. Done.
Well, my next card is Stillingar's Spell Eater. So as it sounds, it eats spells or counters them. This guy's a Megamorph, so he's a 3-drop for a 2/3, but you can Megamorph him, so you put him down for 3, then flip him up for 5, and he basically counters the spell as long as their controller plays 3. So if you want to play that, you gotta pay 3 more mana.
Rare.
That's any spell.
Yeah. So the problem with those kind of counter spells is it gives your opponents the chance to stop the counter spell. But
if it's like a full all out, like I tap all my mana, okay.
Well, the thing is, if they're also playing a controlled deck, they need to decide if it's really worth to pay those 3, or if they want those 3 aside to use something else, right? All right. Well, I just got a mountain and an ad card, so it doesn't matter. But I did get a dragon.
Another dragon for you.
Pristine Skywise.
Pristine Skywise, 6-drop, 6/4, so it does have a high attack.
That is good.
It's flying, and the cool thing about it is if you cast a non-creature spell, so if you give it like a first strike, you can actually give it protection from a color. So let's say you put pacifism on one of their creatures, you choose black. That creature now has protection from black. Then you attack for 6. It's a creature. The guy has all black creatures.
Yeah, I think anytime. Well, first of all, the symbol would sort of give it away a little bit, but anytime I see whenever you cast a non-creature spell, I immediately think of Jeskai because they have a lot of cards like that. Yeah.
All right. Well, my rare, mythic rare, is a rare. It has Megamorph. Is the Ire Shaman, a 2-drop, 2/1. It can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Whenever it comes up Megamorphed, exile the top card of your library, and until end turn you may play that card.
So you'd have to pay the mana cost for it, right?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Yeah.
I'm still not too sure with that thing. There's probably someone going to write in the comments saying like, "Oh, it's like this. That's easy."
That's until end turn you may play that card. So
I don't know. The artwork's pretty though.
Well, if it's a sorcery or an instant, I guess that's all right. If it's a non-permanent, then yeah, that's fine. All right. Whew. Getting a little tired here.
Took a lot of